Hello friends, once again welcome back to my channel. Here I am C. Arun Kumar once again. Yeah, I'm C. Arun Kumar teaching CA Foundation. In this video we are going to discuss about Unit 1 of Indian Contract Act 1872. We are starting a quick revision. I will show this PDF. I will upload in my Telegram channel. Do you want to join? There is a link in the description. Please make use of it. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Yeah, we are going to quickly revise Unit 1 of Indian Contract Act 1872. First, there are three definitions in the beginning. Section 2H defines Contract Act definition. Next Section 2B promise definition. Next Section 2E agreement. This three I am very thorough, so I have not written these definitions. Next, there is a difference between agreement and contract meaning, scope. Likewise, four topics is meaning, scope, legal obligation, nature. There are four side headings. There. Next, essentials of a valid contract. It is further divided into two parts given under Section 10 of Indian Contract Act, not given under Section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872. First, we are going to discuss about yes, sir. Not given under Section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872. That is two parties. There is a case law between State of Gujarat versus Ramanlal S and Co. Next, intention of a party to create legal relationship. There is a case law between Balfour versus Balfour, husband and wife. Fulfillment of legal formalities. The contract may be oral or in written, but in some cases it must be in writing. Like in case of LIC policies, it must be only in writing. Certainty of meaning. The contract must have some certain, definite, and not vague. Possibility of performance. The agreement must be possible to perform. Impossible act is not enforceable by law. Next, not given under Section 10, given under Section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872. These 6 points. Section agreement. It is defined under Section 2E. How do you remember the section means? Agreement AGREE. There are three E's, so agreement section comes under Section 2E. Promise comes under BB. So I have remembered like this. Free consent. The consent is said to be free when it is not caused by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation, and mistake. This PDF is not cleared. I will upload it in the Telegram channel that will be in clear. Next, competency of the parties. It is defined under Section 11, um, which comprises of three important topics. One must be attained age of majority, one must be a sound mind, one must not be disqualified from contracting by any law. Next topic is lawful consideration. Defined under Section 23, the consideration must be lawful and object. Next, consideration. Consideration means quid pro quo, that is something in return. For a valid contract, the consideration is like the interest profit. This comes under consideration. Not expressly declared to be void. Void agreement is not enforceable by law. Next, type of contract. Types of contract divided into three types on the basis of validity or enforceability, on the basis of formation, on the basis of performance. First, we are going to discuss about on the basis of validity or enforceability. On the basis of validity, there are five topics. They are valid contract, voidable contract, and there is a distinguish between valid and a void and a voidable contract. Next, illegal contract, unenforceable contract. First, valid contract means the contract which are enforceable by law. These are valid contract. Void contract comes under Section 2J, not enforceable by law. Voidable contract is enforceable at the option of one party but not at the option of another. Comes under Section 2I. Voidable. So 2I. IJ. Next, valid, voidable, void. Likewise, read means IJ. ABCDFGH IJ. Okay. Next, there is a distinction between void and voidable contract. Side headings: meaning, enforceability, cause, rights, performance. Next is difference between illegal contract. Illegal contract means act which are forbidden by law. Likewise, selling opium or selling cigarettes in a public places or selling liquors in a Gandhi Jayanti, that are illegal contract. Distinguish between void and legal contract. Side headings have scope, nature, punishments, and collateral agreement. In a void contract, the agreement collateral to void contract is enforceable. But in illegal contract, the agreement collateral to illegal agreement is also illegal. Unenforceable contract. Agreement not enforceable due to some technical defects like mm, yeah, due to some technical defects. Next, second category is on the basis of formation. Express on the basis of formation that are further divided into five topics. They are express contract, implied contract, tacit contract, quasi contract, e-contract. Express means expressed by words or in writing. Implied means we don't use word or writing by implication only. Likewise, when you go to a shoe polisher and keep your shoe, it means that you are commanding him to polish your shoe. Tacit contract means it means silent, no words spoken or written, but we will do some actions to understand. For example, withdrawing cash from the ATM. We will go to ATM, we will insert the card and we will enter our PIN number and cash. The ATM machine automatically gives us cash. Here no words spoken or written. By doing some actions, we are withdrawing our cash in our ATM. Quasi contract means it's not a real contract, but it's made by law. Likewise, when somebody missed their purse uh, in the in the veranda, you must take responsible to hand it over to a true owner. E-contract means contract made in electronic form like email. Next, third category is on the basis of performance. It is divided into executed contract, executory contract. Executor means already done. Executory means it is had to be done. Further divided into two categories. Unilateral means one party act is undone. Bilateral means both the act is undone. Next, we will see about offer or proposal. It comes under section 2A. Defines when one person signifies to another his willingness to do or abstain from doing with a view to obtain the assent of the another. This act is called offer or proposal. Essential elements of a valid offer is four. That is, person making offer is called a promiser, and a person accepting is called a acceptor. Next, express is willingness to do or not to do. Next, third is made with a view to obtain the assent of the another party. It may be positive as well as a negative. Kinds of offer. It is further divided into two categories: how made to whom made. How made means express contract, express offer, or implied offer. To whom made means general or specific. Classification further classified into five: general offer, specific offer, counter offer, cross offer, standing or continuing or open offer. General offer means it is made to public at a large. There is a case law between Carlyle versus Carbolic Smoke Ball and Co. Carlyle, when Carbolic Smoke Ball company made a general offer in a newspaper that anybody affecting from their after using their smoke balls by influenza, they will ready to pay £100. Mrs. Carlyle uses their products in their conditions prescribed by the company, but also she even though she is affected from influenza, now she can claim £100 from Carlyle Smokeball Corporation. Next, specific offer. It is made to a specific person, only he can accepted it. Case law is Bolton versus Jones. Next, cross offer. When two or more persons exchange identical offer with ignorance of each other is called cross offer. Counter offer means when offeree offers to qualify acceptance after modifications and alterations of a original offer. Standing or opening offer or continuing offer. When offerer allowed to be remain open for over a period of time for acceptance. Second, we can say when a contract of building a bridge is opened for, the companies can give quotations for within a 30 days. That 13 days is called a standing or opening offer. Essentials of a valid offer. Uh, there are 7 essentials of a valid offer. 7 9 essentials of a valid offer. They are: it must be capable of creating legal relationship. It must be certain, definite, and not vague. Offer must be communicated to the offeree. There is a case law, Lalman Shukla versus Gauri Dutt. Lalman Shukla is a servant, Gauri Dutt is a owner. Next, it must be conditional. It must not obtain with a view to it must be made with a view to obtain the assent of the another. Offer should not contain a term, non-compliance of which would lead to acceptance. Offer may be express or implied. Offer may be general or specific. Offer is different from these 4 points. That is announcement or invitation. Answer to the question. Here there is a case law, Harvey versus Spacey. Next, statement of price. Same case law, Harvey versus Spacey. Invitation to offer in case of auction means there is a case law, Harris versus Nickerson. There is a distinction between offer and invitation to an offer. Uh, Here there is a side headings, meaning, intention of a party's sequence. Next, acceptance. Offer or proposal is 2A, acceptance is 2B. When defines when the person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent thereto, the proposal is said to be accepted. The proposal, when accepted, becomes a promise. There are legal rules regarding a validity of an acceptance. The first point is acceptance must be communicated to the person by acceptance must be communicated by a person to whom the offer is made. Further divided into two categories. General offer. There is a case law, Carlyle versus Carbolic Smoke Ball and Co. Specific offer. Second category, specific offer. It must be accepted by the person to whom the offer is made. Um, Bolton versus Jones. Here, Bolton bought a company from one person. Jones is a creditor of that person. Now, there is a contract between Jones and that person. Let me take as a person B, person X. Jones and X have a contract that X has to supply some goods to Jones, but uh, X sold his company to Bolton, so Bolton voluntarily supplied goods to Jones, but Jones refused to pay to Bolton because there is no direct contract between them. It's accepted. Acceptance must be absolute and unqualified. There is a case law, Neely versus Meerut. Now Meerut offers to sell one piece of land for 280 pounds. Now Neely, now Neely only pays 80 as a check, and she promised later she will pay 200, that is 50 per month. It is not unqualified. Acceptance must be communicated. Here, Brockton versus Metropolitan Railway means Brockton is a coal supplier, Metropolitan Railway, the manager of a Metropolitan Railway. When he gave quotation to manager, the manager accepts it, but unknowingly he did not give that acceptance, that letter to Brockton. Acceptance must be in a prescribed mode, time. Mere silence is not acceptance. Here there is an example, Feltos versus Bentley. Feltos is an uncle of a Bentley. He offers to 30 pounds for his horse, but Bentley did not speak. Here they went to court. The court said that Bentley did not speak to about that your offer. So here there is no acceptance of your offer. Likewise, court gave an judgment. Acceptance by conduct or implied acceptance. Here I will. There is an example. When you go to a shoe polisher and keeps your shoe, he suddenly polishes your shoe. Here, that means acceptance by conduct. He did not spoke any words written, but he automatically polishes your shoe. Means it like he accepted your offer. Communication of offer and acceptance. Communication of offer is defined under section 4. It is complete when it comes to know. Communication of offer is complete when it comes to the knowledge of the person to whom the offer is made. Next, communication of acceptance is further divided into two modes of acceptance when acceptance is complete. Modes of acceptance by act, by omission, by conduct. By conduct, there is a case law, Central Bank of Yotmal versus Venkatesh. When acceptance is complete, as per the proposer, as per the offeree. As per the proposer, yeah, acceptance is complete when the acceptance is posted. As per the offeree, the acceptance is complete when it received to the proposer. Proposal is made in letter or phone format. In a phone, telephone comes under telephone, telex, or fax. All this comes under telephone. Next, there is a case law, Intros Limited versus Miles Far East Corporation. Miles Far East Corporation. Next, communication of special condition. Further divided into terms and conditions are reasonable, terms and conditions are unreasonable. In case of terms and conditions unreasonable, there is a case law, Mukaldat versus Indian Airlines. In case of terms and conditions are unreasonable, there is a case law, Lily White versus Manusamy. Here, Lily White, she gave some new clothes to Manusamy for dry washing. There is a terms and condition mentioned. Only when the goods are lost, only 15% of net value would be recoverable. But her dresses are very new, so this condition, terms and condition are unreasonable. So she can recover the full amount of that of her dress. Communication of performance. Section 4 and 5. Previously we have seen revocation of offer. As per the proposer, as per the offer. Proposer can revoke his offer before the offeree posting his acceptance. The offeree can revoke his acceptance before the letter or something his acceptance reaches the proposer. After that, they can't revoke. But in English law, they can't revoke at all. But in English law, they have an exemptions for the revocations. In case of telephone, while contacting the telephone, suddenly when the telephone is dead, the another person, the offeree, has to call back the offerer and make sure that the again she has to ask whether you have accepted it or not. Like that, she has to ask. Final topic is modes of revocation of offer and acceptance. There are 7 modes. By giving notice, we can revoke it. By lapse of time, it automatically revocated. By non-fulfillment of condition also, it automatically revocated. By death or insanity, when A and B are contracted, when B dead, then it automatically become revocated. By counter offer, we have seen previously, uh, it is in the hands of the offerer, a proposer, whether he can accept it or revocate it. Not accepting without any usual manner. When it is not in a usual manner, he can revocate it. Subsequent illegality also, he can revocate it. Yeah, this PDF I will upload in my Telegram channel. You can make use of it. Telegram channel link is in the description. Subscribe my channel for further updates so you will not miss out any videos in this channel. Thank you.